Typing by Markeisha Ritchie. Red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes. Their main function in the body is to transport oxygen to the body's tissues and get rid of the CO2. Blood is made up of 55% plasma and 45% of foreign elements, like platelets, white blood cells, and red blood cells. All of the cells in your body have plasma membranes, which is the boundary between the cell and its environment. The function of the plasma membrane is to regulate what enters and what exits the cell. All of the cells in your body are covered in antigens. Antigens, which are like name tags. Those cells belong specifically to you. The immune system detects antigens that are not familiar. It triggers the release of antibodies, also known as white blood cells. The white blood cells then target the foreign antigens and they terminate them. Types of antigens that form on your red blood cells, which are called agglutinogens. They activate antibodies that attack invaders and cause agglutination or coagulation in the blood. The two types are A and B. You can either have one or the other, you can have both, or you can have none. If you are type A blood, that means you have A antigens and your antibodies would fight off type B antibodies, which means that if you needed a blood transfusion, you would then be compatible to receive blood from type A or type O donors. If you were type B blood, then you would have B antigens and your blood will fight off type A antibodies, which then means that you are compatible with receiving a blood transfusion from type B or type O donors. If you were type AB blood, you would have type A and B antigens, no antibodies, and would be compatible with receiving a blood transfusion from type A, type B, type AB, and type O donors, which makes type AB the universal recipient, more specifically type AB positive. Type O blood, then you wouldn't have any antigens and you would have both type A and B antibodies, which then means you can receive a blood transfusion from type O blood only, which also means that type O is the universal donor, more specifically O negative. This finally brings me to Rh factor, which is also known as anti-D, where there is Rh negative and Rh positive. Either you have it or you don't. If your blood cells have the Rh factor on them, then you are Rh positive. If your blood cells don't have the Rh factor on them, then you are Rh negative. Most people are Rh positive. Rh can also cause issues within pregnancy. To treat this, once the baby is born, the baby must immediately be transfused with Rh negative blood if the mother is Rh negative and the baby is Rh positive. Thanks for watching.